Congratulations once again on acquiring your visa and start preparing. Time no day. Hello there, everyone. My name is Lydia Essenam. It's a great day to be alive. I'm happy that you tuned in to watch this video. And if you're new to this family, I want you to know that this is a family of genuine, relentless people who always want to see each other win. So if you've not hit that subscribe button, please do well to hit the subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, oh my God, Abi, you know that I love you so much. Anyways, I mean, like you all may know, I've lived my whole life in Ghana and I've moved to Canada, living my dreams. And I feel like every weekend is an opportunity to explore new places here in Canada. I mean, I've been sharing quite a number of tips about moving to Canada and things that you may know. And today's tips are going to be very helpful. Before I do that, I believe that you could see some difference in my sound, and I'm so proud that I invested in this. I got this wireless microphone on Amazon, and so if you're a YouTuber, a vlogger, and you need some quality sound, you can get this wireless microphone at a very cool deal. You can do that by clicking on the link in my description box to my Amazon find, and it should definitely serve its purpose for you. So today's video, I'm going to touch on some things that you need to take note of or do while you prepare for your arrival in Canada. And you know what? Just thank me later because I got you. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate you for getting your visa. It's not easy to have that thing stamped in your passport. Like, guy, you earned it. I give it to you. Congratulations. Now, what next? Personally, before I even got my visa, I started exploring a number of things from tickets to where I would stay to what I will do, how I'm going to pack, and that is where my journal came in handy. So I'm going to touch on these one after the other for you. Before you think of doing anything else, trust me, the first thing you want to do is getting your flight tickets because congratulations, you earned your visa. So, how do you get into Canada? Obviously, by flying. Yes. So personally, what I did was I checked out some links, which gives you an idea of prices of your flight tickets. Thanks to this very good friend of mine, and I'll do well to put that link in the description box. What does this do? It helps you with an idea of how much your flight tickets are going to cost, depending on which route you want to use. And then after you get that ticket price, you'll go to the airline websites to buy your tickets from there. And I would also like to advise that if it's your first time flying, please do well to book your tickets from the airline office in Accra, Ghana. You can book it online, then go there to make the payment. What does this do? This helps you have an idea of what to expect when traveling. Until I was booking my ticket, I never knew that if you're flying and you needed to route through the US and you don't have a US visa, I'm sorry, you cannot go. And also, I think in the Schengen countries as well, there are some kind of restrictions with flying. So please do well to do your research and explore all the other avenues. Finally, I had to book my ticket through Montreal and then to Toronto. Another tip when flying is that the cheapest days to book your tickets are on Saturdays and Sundays, and the cheapest days to fly are on Tuesdays. Thank me later. I mean, doing everything yourselves gives you an opportunity to research and know a lot more than just, having somebody do it for you. And I must say that I actually had to consult some of my friends in the travel agency who helped me with some tips that I actually didn't know about. So thank you guys in advance. Those are some tips that you really need to take note of while getting your flight ticket. Also, it is better to get your flight tickets way ahead of time before traveling. Let's say that you got your ticket at the end of the month or let's say the 14th of a particular month, and you envisage yourself flying in 2 weeks, get your tickets, you know, way ahead of time within that week that you got your visa. It is good because it saves you some money. Because if you get your tickets closer to the date you want to travel, it gets much more expensive. So you'd need to really explore all those avenues in getting your tickets. I hope I've touched on everything about your flight tickets. Please, wherever you need to get money to get the flight tickets to leave because you've gotten your visa, please do. Oh, did I forget to mention that you really would need to want to, research or look into how many bags your airline will allow you to travel with. It is very important. Else, you'll be found wanting right there at the airport. There have been instances where people have been asked to go back home because they booked the wrong flight, which was probably routing through the US, and they didn't have a US transit visa or a US visa. So please do well to investigate into all these routing and travel systems before you book your flight tickets. Okay? Right. The next thing that you'd want to look out for is what you need to pack. You need to start packing because you're traveling. What else? Well, it's important to pack very important things. Okay, let me break it down. Currently, we are in winter in Canada, so if you're going to be traveling during the winter, please just pack about just 5 summer clothing and pack a lot more of warm clothing because you will need it. There was this friend of mine who reached out to me on Instagram when they were traveling, and I actually emphasized on the fact that it is very cold in Canada, so come prepared. Dude got in town was like, "Girl, you didn't lie about the cold." I don't lie. I told you the truth. So, yes, and warm clothing take up a lot of space in your bag. So, you need to carefully pack them well so your bags are not overweight. So, really, forget about summer clothing because they are relatively cheap here, actually. All of the summer clothing you have come from here. So you don't really need to pack a lot of summer clothing. The other things that you need to pack are your necessities, like necessities. Apart from your warm clothing, pack things that you know that you will really need. Things that you know you will not really get here, like when I was coming, apart from I had one whole bag which was filled with my warm clothing, and then the other bag had to do with my food. So I had like pounded pounded fish for my shito, my spices, especially God, your spices are definitely going to come in handy. Forget about noodles. You're going to get a variety of noodles here that you might not know what to pick, right? So pick those important things, your spices, your food, you know, yeah, those things. And then make sure to pack a lot of warm clothing because it is pretty expensive if you have to spend money to get warm clothing here. If you come with it from Ghana, it will do you a lot of good. So prepare. Just go to Cantamanto and get some warm clothing from there. I mean, yeah, that definitely comes in handy, trust me. The next thing that you will need to prepare for your arrival in Canada is where you will stay. Hmm. If you're going to be staying with family, awesome. That is great. If you're going to be staying with someone, at least put down some money to help with the bills in the house because living here in Canada can be really hard. It is not easy. It will amaze you that your biggest budget in living in Canada is for your accommodation. Accommodation is really expensive here, whether hotels, rental, Airbnb. Explore all these avenues of where you want to stay because it is important that you take note of your immediate address once you are traveling to Canada. It will be asked at the immigration, at the airport, wherever. So you need to really take notes and explore avenues to finding cheaper ways of, you know, finding places to stay here in Canada. Once you've been able to, book a place, be it an Airbnb, for a few days, so that once you get into town, you can find rental opportunities. I mean, you should only pay money to homes that you have seen. People have been scammed a lot where they've been able to rent apartments even when they are not in Canada. So please, I will not advise you to rent if you have not stepped foot in Canada and gone to see the place. I would only advise that you either book a hotel or an Airbnb. Those are very much reliable. You can rent an apartment only when you get into Canada. So book your Airbnb for a few days, say 5 days to 10 days, so that you can use that time to settle in and look out for accommodation opportunities. Next, I would like to talk about is that if you're very sure of moving once you've gotten your visa, you need to change your city currency to the USD or Canadian dollars. It is very much important because it will help you once you're preparing to travel. You don't really need a CD in your bank account. So it is just right that you convert your CD notes or your CD funds into the foreign currency of the Canadian dollars or USD. It is very important because once you come into Canada and you still have funds in your bank account in Ghana, you're going to be found wanting and you're looking for ways of converting your funds. And sometimes moving funds from Ghana to the Canadian currencies can be expensive because then there are charges if you're using your Visa card or something. I'm not spoiling the market, but I'm just looking out for ways to make things easier for you. I hope these few tips I have shared are so helpful in you getting ready to arrive in Canada. I will do a subsequent videos about things that you should expect in, arriving into Canada, and also some of the immigration questions that you may be asked during your point of entry here in Canada. Don't worry, it's your first time, but when you're traveling, also just relax. Trust me, relax. I think I forgot one important step. It is very important that you spend time with people who matter, like your family, your very close, committed friends, because you're leaving them to start a new life here in Canada. Spend some quality time with them because it will be of great help. Trust me. I hope these tips have been helpful. If you think I have forgotten something that you did that really helped you, leave it in the comment section and let's get the conversation going. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you're new here, please do want to subscribe to the channel, join my membership if you're in North America, or the fun funding feature where you can give a thanks and give some dollars. It's a great way to support me in bringing you some great content. I hope that this video has been of tremendous help to you. Congratulations once again on acquiring your visa and start preparing. Time no day. Till I see you in my next video, take care and do stay awesome. Bye bye.